Hello, this is David and the lovely Diane
Hello.
here again to give you an update of where we're doing. I've been busy again writing. I've got a couple of children's books that I'm working on at the moment. A bit of a departure from the adult books, but let's say again something that I've wished to do, so having a go.
Yeah.
Um, Aussie land, how are we doing here? Uh,
It is absolutely freezing. We, as you may have noticed, have got woolly jumpers on right up to the neck.
it,
It's pretty cold
it
here.
is.
-4, I think, was the latest recording
Yeah, but
overnight.
yeah,
That
but
is.
it's strange, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you get blue skies and sunshine during the day, and yet obviously it's not warm. I mean,
Mm.
it's nice enough, but it's not warm,
Mm.
But then at night it just freezes, doesn't it?
Oh, honestly, there is actual frost on cars, people cars, like say our neighbours' cars
Yeah,
and things like
yeah,
that, because you can either put them in the garage or leave them outside. Most people leave their cars outside on the drive, and there's frost
yeah.
covered. So yeah, we're
It
feeling like
is,
we're
isn't
in
it?
the UK again.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no, I mean,
but
come on, we've got to be fair. I mean, we've acclimatized to the better weather, which took a bit of doing.
yeah, that's
But
true.
this colder one, I mean, there is no storms. You don't
That's
get like
true.
winter storms. I mean,
Mm,
the last time it rained, I mean, it rained, I think, one day last week.
mhm,
And that was the first rain that we'd had since about March.
that's true.
So
Yeah.
2 months or so,
Mm.
you know. Um, but now it is winter. See, everything here is, back to front. June, July, and August are the winter months.
Even the water twirls around in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's a great novelty that is. But anyway, no, but like I say, it is that sort of thing where you acclimatise yourself, and the cold at night is very cold. And of course, what they do over here is that everything is geared for the warmer weather, which of
Mm,
course you get something like about uh, you know 8 months, 9 months of nice weather, and so there's aircon and everything, and they just don't seem to know what to do when it gets cold. They
mm,
don't, do they? They
no.
just it's just a bit of a. They think to themselves, well, it's not worth outlaying for central heating or anything.
Mm,
Very few people have got that
mm,
because they think, well, it's only for 3 months a year. Surely we can, and
yeah.
and but it has. It's been an eye opener. It's been it's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
good.
and
Yeah.
you wouldn't think this, and we were shocked
Yeah.
actually with the culture shock in regards to the weather more than anything. I mean, the weather's great in the
Oh yeah.
summer is great, but in the winter, um, most Aussies say, "Have you got your electric blanket?"
No.
And so that was
We went out and found some. Don't worry about
yeah, yeah. We
that.
thought, no way do
No
we
way.
need electric blankets, and they obviously know what they're talking about. So, yeah, so we've all got electric blankets. Basically, we're frozen to death without them. So
Oh
we put
yeah.
those on. You
Come on.
need them.
You do need
Anyway,
them.
that's
Yeah.
Australia.
That's that bit.
Mm,
Now, obviously, like I say, the writing bit is carried on, unabated. I'm still cracking on. The I've done a little book for, I would have called the little ones, the 4, 5, and 6 years old, Eco Joe, and I've done the first book, and it's just a little sort of picture book
mm,
for um, um, the environment. Eco Joe is a little sort of guy that comes. He's based on a scarecrow. We've all had them before in the
yeah,
things, haven't we?
yeah,
And of course, uh, he sort of tells the children all about how they should look after habitats and all the different things. He has a motto: if you leave no room for nature, there won't be any nature.
yeah.
So that was the gist of that.
He's a lovely character.
Hey,
And
and
I really like him. Obviously, I'm biased, but
hey,
um,
it's all right being pious, kid.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not only that, but David has probably neglected to say that his Eco Joe he's already trialed out in the UK,
Oh yes, I did some
and
copies before we
yeah,
left. Yeah.
he did, and it went very well. He involved the school children
Yeah,
to
primary school kids. Yeah.
primary school kids, that's right,
Yeah.
to create the pictorial
Yeah.
side of who they thought and what they thought Eco Joe looked like.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
had some amazing artwork from the
Absolutely.
children. What age were they?
Well, I say
They
primary
were,
school. So I mean,
yeah.
they were. I mean, you're looking at kids that are sort of 7 and 8 and
Mm.
9. But
They were
yeah,
incredible.
it's
They
incredible.
really
Yeah,
put their heart
that's
into
it.
these pictures,
Yeah,
and those pictures are going to go into the Eco Joe final edition of the
yeah,
book.
that's right. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what happened over in the UK.
yeah.
We've got the schools involved and the council as well, and they thought it was a brilliant
Oh yeah,
idea.
good idea. But the other book is I call it The Spirit of Adventure, and it's basically a story of me when I was a little kid and my dog. I had a dog called Rusty,
Mm.
and me and Rusty went everywhere. I mean, great pals, and it's a great way when you're at that primary school age where you've got this first pet, and I mean, he basically thinks you're a two-legged dog, and I mean, you basically see him as a four-legged friend, and you can just go everywhere together. You just knock about playgrounds and everywhere together. And so I wanted to do something of that, and I've made this little book. Well, I'm making it now. It's the writing is basically done now. It's actually making the book, and we need some drawings, kid. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And anyway, he's it's David and Bluey. He calls the dog Bluey because the dog's got blue eyes. So he calls it that's his dog Bluey. And the first one is called Two Best Friends. So that's a part 1 in the book. And then the second part is Treasure on the River. And they're just lovely little stories that I've had in my head since I was a kid. And so that is that book that's now I've completed that. Obviously, when I say I've written it, and then we're proofreading it, and we have lots of fun at that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Don't think so. Yeah, getting
Yeah,
all the
we do.
punctuation right and all the spelling and all this sort of thing.
That's the well, we don't enjoy that, to be honest. That's the bit that's like
Yeah,
the exciting bit is producing the book, which
yeah,
David's good at. I'm enjoy the illustrations. That's our joy. And
yeah, yeah,
one day we may find an amazing what do you call them? Somebody to review the book anyway.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
maybe one day, but like I said, at
but
the moment, this is what
but
we do. So
for now, we're the editors, and
yeah.
thank goodness we've got editing tools available
Oh
to
yeah, I mean it's
hand.
marvelous. All these things that
Yeah,
you can get off, off the internet. Absolutely wonderful.
yeah. But this is the
Yeah.
startup journey. You're following this journey from
Oh
day
yeah,
one, and
yeah.
we loved having you guys involved to
Oh, absolutely.
follow us and
Yeah,
encourage us. And we've had lots of support and lots of people putting thumbs up and saying,
yeah.
this is great.
Well, I'd say that likes, likes,
Mm.
it makes a lot
And
of
please
difference to
keep
us.
doing that because
Yeah,
that encourages
it does. Yeah,
us to continue.
yeah.
But it's also, as you know, you've heard about the algorithms, that horrible word.
Algorithm.
Yeah, algorithms. And and everybody talks about them, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's important on
Well,
your
yeah.
YouTube
You
clips to
get
get
noticed, don't
likes,
you?
get
Yeah,
noticed,
yeah,
and to help to develop
yeah. Anyway,
the website.
so what are you going to talking about websites? Now,
Mm.
I was looking forward to this. New website of yours, the art one. Now, when's it going to start? I mean, you said this
Yes,
last time, which must be
yes.
2-3 weeks ago. What's
As you
happened?
know, I pop on ever so often onto David's YouTube shows, and I'm David's wife. So just for those that have missed that me and David are married, husband and wife, and my name's Diane. And my joy is to do a lot of. I'm quite a creative person. I love
Oh,
creating art pieces,
oh,
and my favourite is landscapes or anything to do with nature, funnily enough. So if I can bring that to you
oh,
and bring it back a little bit,
oh, that's a
you
nice
can
one.
see that is,
Yeah,
my latest, very, very latest, that is.
yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed making this piece of
Well, I'd say
art.
it's what I'm waiting for you to sort of say is that obviously, I mean, you did that this week, and I mean, marvelous to
Yeah.
me. I mean, it
You
takes
see
me
that, guys?
weeks and weeks and
Yeah.
months to write a book.
Yeah.
You know,
I hope you can see that,
and
because
you did that in a day.
that was in a day, and uh, this is my favourite, black and white gesso. But I don't want to just stick to black and white. I do coloured paintings and things like that.
Oh.
I love colour too, but you can do some really great things with black and white
Well, it does, so
gesso,
you can, yeah. And
and
it's
you can
just,
really get the light in there, and that's what I've tried
it
to
has
do with
something,
this
you
one.
can see that.
Yeah, yeah,
Even the
yeah. You
shadows, I
can
mean,
see
it's
that, guys.
really good, isn't it?
Anyway,
It's not bad. You're not bad,
no.
kid. You know what
So
I'm saying? So, yeah.
these will be on my website, and they will be up for sale. Those that are going to be up for sale, and those that are going to be posters. So we're doing a double whammy here. So promoting my website and
Yeah, but you've got to
obviously,
get yours started, haven't you? You've got to,
yeah, that's right.
your YouTube channel and your website.
Yeah,
I mean, you've been working on it for quite a while. I mean, the website is
yeah.
definitely, it's a humdinger of a website. But I mean, your YouTube channel where you're actually going to just show people how to do this, and then people can have a go themselves, can't they?
Yeah, yeah,
I just because this thing. I mean, I don't know anything about painting
yeah.
but you use this. They're tubs. One is black gesso,
Mm,
and the other one is white gesso.
mm. Yeah, and if you're familiar with any, if you're used to using acrylics or any paint form, then you will, or you're in the know about art, or you're just starting on your journey,
Yeah,
you'll find that it's a good starting point, black and white gesso, and using them,
marvelous, isn't it?
because there's so many things that you can bring out: color, light, shadows, and be
Yeah.
very pleased with the result
Oh, it
without
looks
too
very
much
good.
effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. As I say, it's. I mean, like I say, and the amazing thing is the time taken.
Mm.
I mean, you see these people that they see they're artists, and then it takes them weeks and weeks, and if not months,
Mm.
to do one piece. Now, I mean, I
Mm.
know there's Elvis is still behind us here.
Yeah, he's still in the building.
He's still in the building and he's still taking
Yeah.
time.
Now that's another story, because me and David were talking about that and saying, well, as we've just said, that a landscape I can knock up in 20 minutes, depending on
Wow.
the complexity of it. But with fine art and with portraits, now that I haven't been trained or taught by anybody, so this is going to be much harder for me. I'm learning, basically picking things up on YouTube. But and
Yeah.
if you put a shadow in the wrong place, put the nose in the wrong place, put the eyes, they've got to be level, and everything else. Those guys that you guys that are experts in doing portraits, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is that you can't just knock something together,
Which is a shame, really, isn't it?
which is a shame, really, because some of the great artists have put their faces and nose and forgot all the kind of the laws about putting the nose in the middle of them. I just thought, well, put it sticky up the
Yeah,
side of the head.
no, you don't want a Picasso, do you? No,
Picasso, yeah.
no, no,
Yeah, I think he
no.
just gave up and said, what the heck, I'm fed up with these formalities.
Yeah,
A bit rebellious, and did his own thing anyway. But it's let's, what would you call it? I'd say it's what do you call it? It's, you need to understand it first,
right.
the rules, basically,
Oh, I
with
see what you're saying. Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
It's much more controlled compared to
yeah,
landscapes, because landscapes you can be a lot freer. You can make a few mistakes. You can turn a twig into a tree, or a tree into a
oh, yeah,
twig, and
yeah,
that, but you can't do that with a face.
yeah. Happy mistakes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
by somebody called Bob Ross. Yeah,
yeah,
we love our Bob
yeah.
Ross.
Well, of course.
He's
Yeah.
been amazing, and but he was not a portrait painter, and
No, no.
admitted he wasn't good at that. So so I'm on my journey with that,
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
that's when it's good enough to show you, I'll show you some of my portraits.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, like I say, it's as we said, the whole idea of these videos is just to, say here we are, we've, um, just trying to show you that
Hmm.
we can all just do something, and let's cheer ourselves up. Things are too depressing, haven't they, at
Mm.
times? And we just need to encourage each other that pastimes and things like that. We've all got talents,
Yeah.
and you know,
I think you'll be surprised at what talents you have got once you start bringing
yeah.
out your creative. It might be anything at all,
Oh
actually,
yeah.
but the main thing is to start and don't let it
Oh no,
die.
no.
Let it come out
Well,
of
I
you.
was noticing. I mean, you've always well, I'll say always is
Mm.
you do occasionally do some knitting,
Oh yes, yeah.
and of course, don't wait for anything. It'll take a while, I tell you that. But then just all of a sudden you decided to take up crocheting,
Mm.
and and then you just sit there and crochet, and to you because
So
you
relaxing.
well, this is where the part I was going to get to.
Mm.
I said to you,
Mm.
why are you doing that? And you said, God, I just find it ever so relaxing.
And that is better than looking at your phone, because I was adamant I wasn't going to become addicted to the phone or YouTube. I
Yeah,
don't mind watching my favorite things or having a look at stuff that I enjoy, but when you're just scrolling for the sake of
yeah,
scrolling because you're bored, then that's not good, and it's not good
no,
for your eyes either. The screen time that you have.
no.
So, which
Tell me about the eyes. Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, that's another story.
yeah,
So anyway, we're going to rapidly get on to
yeah.
um, um, what we thought today we'd do is I wanted to emphasize the fact that we have this brilliant book out, which was David's first
Oh,
published book, which is The Forgotten Children.
yeah,
And I'll bring that up so nice and close so you can see that. Um,
yeah.
Now, we have revised the edition, and the reason for that is we just wanted to change the cover slightly, but basically, that is what it looks like
Oh,
if
yes,
you're
yeah.
looking for it. And it's under David Wiggins, and it's a brilliant little book.
Well, thank you for that.
I
Yeah,
say
I
little,
think so.
it's not that little actually.
Well,
There's quite a bit to it.
it's 135 pages, which I think is a
Yeah,
little book these days.
yeah, I suppose it.
A
I
short
suppose
novel,
it is.
but
But
it's
it's very
mhm.
compact. About
Oh,
this book
it's
is
compact.
very compact, and it hasn't got pages filled with pictures. So
Are
you've
there any
got
pictures?
a full
I didn't
on.
do any pictures in it, kid.
No, I know,
That's why there's no
I know,
pictures in it.
I know. But
Hey,
but
yeah.
the thing is about this is that it's full of it's wordy words. So you've got loads and loads from David, from his imagination,
Hey.
which this book came in a dream. And this is the book that we want to
Oh, promote,
promote
yeah.
because
Well, it was my
what we,
first. It was my first, wasn't it?
yeah,
So I wanted to
firstly,
promote.
it was David's first. And
Yeah.
secondly, that we've been told and advised that it is a really good book,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
educational book for no, not just
no,
educational.
no.
I'm saying it's an enjoyed
Yeah,
leisure time reading book,
yeah.
but also it's a very good
Well,
safeguarding book, which is
yeah.
what we
Well,
have been
it's meant to be
we've been
thought
told.
provoking, isn't it?
Yeah,
About how we deal
yeah,
with children and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
The forgotten children.
Which we want to again get into the schools. So you guys can help us with that by purchasing this book, and it's on
Well, yeah.
Amazon. But what I thought I'd do today is I thought I'd read you a little extract because David has been doing the reading.
What?
He's done a few readings. You don't mind, do you?
Well, it depends on what you're going to do. Because, like I say, this is it. I come here to chat. I'm a bit of a
Well,
chatter,
I
you know what I
won't
mean?
read. I won't read for long, but I just want to give you a taster because it
A
is a
taster.
brilliant little book, and
I know it's.
everybody
I could
should
have
read
told you that.
this.
I could have just been there, and I could have said,
And not only this, but you can pass this on to your children because
look,
there's a lot of warnings in here. Not in a very
what?
well together, well put together rather.
See if
Um,
she's good, isn't she? At this, you're gonna
yeah, yeah.
say. Are you going to read a bit then?
Story. All right then.
You're going to keep plugging it. It's a
All right.
damn good book, by
All
the way.
right.
Even though, like I say, I have to say so myself.
Excuse me, clear my throat.
Oh.
Okay, so chapter 1.
Ooh.
This story of a forgotten child began in Bursley-on-Sea, an ordinary place in an ordinary way.
Aye.
There was a beach, but it was pebbles and not sand. The
No
seafront,
good,
known as the Grand Promenade, had seen better days. There were a few hotels and a handful of guest houses remaining, but recently the visitors were few, even in the summer months. Near the seafront
Yes.
were several streets that formed the old part of the town locally known as Bluetown. The
Aye.
houses were of the terrace type with basements accessed by a short flight of steps from the pavement in front of the houses.
Yeah.
The main entrance to a house
Mhm.
via the front door was reached by crossing a short footbridge over the basement steps. Inside
Yes,
each
and
house was a hallway leading to 2 reception rooms and a kitchen. A staircase led
cracking stuff, isn't it?
upstairs to 2 more landings with 2 double bedrooms on each landing, with the first landing having a
Okay.
family-sized bathroom. So that is just giving you kind of the outline. Now,
If this fails as writing, I could become an estate agent. You know what I mean? You've got talent, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's all there.
excuse me again, I'm copying
Yeah.
you. Now, let me just go on a little bit now, because it is very important to get that description in. That is vital
I've
to
got to
the
set the
actual
scene. You've got to set the
story.
scene, kid.
Yeah.
Set the scene, kid.
So, anyway,
Yeah, go on then.
So there's a row of houses,
Yeah, we got that bit.
and passers-by would stop and look up at the windows of the empty houses, because there's a couple of empty houses, and to see kittens sitting or playing in the windows. Or there would be cat and kittens jumping up and down on the steps that led to the basement. Many people would put out food daily, saw these cats as forgotten local residents who had been abandoned by their previous owners.
Aye.
Now, I'm jumping on a little bit more because I want to keep you on track with this and keep you engaged. But there is a lot of, like I say, it's very wordy, and it's great because it gives you a lot of the outline. Anyway, next bit. Right, however, number 39 had an even bigger secret hidden from all the local residents and those who passed by. Even the keenest and most observant cat watchers had missed something very unusual. Resting deep within this house was a totally different kind of feral creature. This creature never came out in the daylight to play. It had most of the time, it hid most of the time. You have to excuse me, I'm very dry.
Grief, what's going on here?
I think I need a drink. It hid most of the time and played with the kittens upstairs. It came downstairs after dark. It did not walk, but it moved on its bottom or crawled around on all fours. Although this creature needed to drink and eat, it made no noise and lived a life of total solitude. What was this elusive creature? Was it a dog? No, it wasn't a dog. Or a fox? No, it was definitely not a badger. And I'm going to leave it there because that is the point of where this book will lead you.
Yes.
Onto.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know, a great. Well, you say a little bit, David, about it.
Well, like I say, it's
while I have a cough.
It's a story of a feral child, and then basically, if you had this child living alone, and even in a place like the UK, you know, that how would it survive? How would it would cope? You know, hiding away, keeping away from me. And of course, you know, I don't want to, you know, spoil the thing, but I mean, you know, it doesn't know things. It's you're living just on instinct, and that makes you hide away. But then you do need food, and you do need a drink. So of course it comes out, and you know, not to put a fine thing, I mean, it waits for the cats to be fed by the nice neighbours, who think to themselves, what a shame of these cats. You know, they've been abandoned by people that have moved on in these semi-derelict houses. You know, one side of the complete street there has just been left to, you know, it's going to be, you know, the cows are going to come in and do it up one day, but you know that can take a long time, can't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the gist of it. But it's a nice story.
It really is, because it's all about how even amongst a neighbourhood like that, and anybody could be living next to
Yeah.
somebody that has been, well, you could say, trafficked, abandoned,
Yeah.
and they're living on their own. And
Yeah.
it just so happens that this
Well,
little
I
one is a
didn't.
child.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you think about places like, India and
Yeah,
Africa, South America, when you're talking about, people being trafficked, but they
yeah,
are being trafficked everywhere.
yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah,
I just wanted just to write something that was, because it's a fictional story, but it's one that makes you think about what we're doing and what we
mm,
accept,
mm,
or let's put it this way, what we shouldn't accept.
yeah.
And that's what it's about. But
It's
anyway, let's say,
it's definitely an awareness book, isn't it?
oh
Because
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's kids out there that they're very innocent. But what we were hoping to do as well, again with your help, is to get that book out to the
oh
schools
yeah.
because it's a good
Well, I
safeguarding
mean,
um,
it's that thing is
tool. Is
where
what I'm going to say.
like I said to you before,
Yeah.
um, the idea of writing, I thoroughly enjoy it. We've got three novels now. There is The Forgotten Children, and then Sam Draper and Darklight, and
Yeah.
then Powtier's
Oh
Secret Hidden
yes.
Place. And I've
Let me
even now
just
done
bring
my
this one up.
autobiography,
Oh yes.
and
He
which
is
is
prolific, and look at
oh,
that.
yeah,
Oh, what a beauty.
I don't know.
Um,
Who
so
did the who did the
that's
artwork on that one then, kid?
that's me.
Ah. Yeah.
So that's Potier. So that's another book on Amazon. It's a little bit thicker, as you can see.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Not
it's
thick.
I mean, you write as you find. I mean, that
Great
Poutier
little
is a
story.
story. Yeah.
Great story.
Thank you.
Great story.
Yeah.
Just for
But
enjoyment and a bit
but
of an adventure,
yeah.
mystery adventure. You call
Oh
it,
yeah,
David, don't
definitely.
you?
Well, like I say, that's what writing is. I mean, obviously, I'd like to, sell the books. I'd like them to be read.
Of course. That's
People
why you.
read.
Well, that's why you write,
That's
isn't
why
it?
you're right,
Because
isn't
you
it? I
want
mean,
people to enjoy your
joy, yeah,
work. Yeah.
yeah. So that is part of and parcel of it. So if you know of a literary agent or anything like that out there,
Hmm.
or you are a literary agent and you're looking for, some new talent out there, well, he's sitting over here in Australia, wondering, what the next one I'm going to write. Oh, tell me, the
I
Forgotten
mean, you're
Children.
absolutely dedicated. I mean,
Well,
that's the thing about you.
well, I mean,
He's
it's
always tapping away here at the
yeah, because
typewriter.
you see, because
Got loads of ideas.
that's what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
this is my retirement. When I was working, you seem to work. I was a high school teacher.
Mm,
You go to school and you go to work, don't you? You
mm,
know, and then you come home totally knackered, and then you just sit around, watch the telly, have something to eat together, and that's it. And then you get up the next day and you do it all over again. But this now is like great time, retired time, and I don't mean
mm.
that you need to be retired
Yeah.
because you can do this at any time. We
Mm,
started when we had the lockdowns. That's how we got into this because we looked at each other and what we do now, we can't go out. And of course, Diane started to paint, watching this guy called Bob Ross.
yep.
And of course, I just started to write. I just, what else are you going to do? But now it's a matter of I want to carry on, and you then try different things, and then, I mean that book there, Powtier,
Mm,
is something that I wanted to write, and it's a mystery, an adventure, and a romance all into one. And I do like giving you value for money, and it's uh, I've enjoyed writing, and I want people to enjoy reading it. So that's what I say. Hence, this is the journey that we're on,
mm.
and then you can watch us by doing these channels to see how we do. Do we have some success? Do we have setbacks? And we will tell you, you know, uh, which way it goes.
Yep.
That's part of the journey,
Mm,
isn't it? Is encouraging you to think about it. You might like gardening, you might like knitting, you might like,
mm.
anything.
Be
And
creative.
be
That's
creative
what
and
we're
have a go.
saying. Is that we
Well,
are novices,
mm,
but we are becoming
yeah.
experts on our journey because we're learning,
I
and
wouldn't say
everybody has.
expert,
Well,
but I mean,
you're not bad, are you?
but you're learning,
You
aren't you?
know, and the
You
thing
know,
is that a lot of people give up halfway or
yeah.
give up, on the journey. But
Well, that's
because we enjoy it so much, whatever happens, obviously we want
yeah.
success, but whatever happens, we want
Oh,
to
of course, yeah,
continue doing what
yeah,
we enjoy because
yeah,
we love it. We
yeah.
don't we?
Of
We
course you do.
really do love our
Yeah.
our
but it is
our hobbies actually.
yeah, these
Hobbies, but they're going to be jobs.
yeah,
obviously.
well, it's like
know.
it's like a career, isn't it? It's doing something,
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say in my clumsy sort of way is that, after all that depression that we've had of the lockdowns and all the, I mean, I just want to encourage, and I know Diane wants to encourage people just to, to move
Give
on.
it a go.
Give it a go. Move on. Get cheered up. Let's put this past behind us.
Yeah.
Because human beings and that, if there's one thing we're good at, we're adaptable.
Yeah.
So let's adapt now to doing stuff that's good instead of stuff that was negative and stupid and whichever way you want to look at it.
And as Eco Joe would say,
if you leave no room for nature, there will be no nature.
Yeah. And don't do what you can't do.
Oh no, that's my motto.
Oh no. Hang on.
She's
go
nicking
on. Go on. You say your.
Don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can.
Yay!
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And we will catch you soon, won't we, kid?
Yeah.
Bye.
God bless you. Bye, guys.
Bye.